Tonight on Access TV, it's Gotham Comedy Live. Get ready to laugh with Rob Ryan, Kareth Foster, Mark Ellis, Dave Landau. This week's host, John Witherspoon. Gotham Comedy Live, all happening right now. Ladies and gentlemen, John Witherspoon.
Welcome to Gotham Comedy Live.
Nobody go in the bathroom. Please don't go in the bathroom. Don't nobody go in the bathroom for the next 35, 45 minutes. Don't nobody go in the bathroom.
How y'all doing? Bang, 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 bang. Don't nobody go in the bathroom for the next 35 or 45 minutes. You open the window. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the damn refrigerator, eating up all the food, all the chitlins, all the collard greens, all the pig feet, all the hog maws. Yeah, boy. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. You cannot come to New York City and not dress up. I wore my best shit tonight. Thank you very much. You got to know how to coordinate. Look at this shit I got on. The last time you saw somebody walking down the street in 3-degree weather looking like this. Look at this shit here. I'm like a fashion model. I'm a fucking fashion model. You got to know how to coordinate. My kids kept telling me, Dad, you got to stop going to the Goodwill, buying your clothes. Got to start going to Ralph Lauren, Polo. Went to Ralph Lauren, bought some socks. It's cold than a motherfucker here. Somebody done fucked up the weather around here. This shit ain't supposed to be this damn cold. Buffalo, what is it? Boston got 185 inches of fucking snow. I walked out the terminal at JFK, and you know it's cold when your shoulders automatically touch your ears. Damn! But I don't care how cold it is. It could be 5 degrees below zero. We in chill factor 50 below. There's always some white man walking on the street with some fucking shorts on and some flip-flops. I'm driving from JFK, drove past Costco's. Why do we go to Costco's and the Sam's Club? I think they hypnotize your ass when you go to Costco. Who the fuck made a box of Frosted Flakes that fucking big? And they got the biggest baskets to push around. Y'all see them big fucking baskets? And Costco's always got some little lady in the aisleway blocking your way, trying to give you something free on a cracker. Ma'am, I gotta get through here. Would you get the fuck out of my way? Please, eat this. I gotta eat. Ma'am, I don't want that shit. I'm in a hurry. Fuck out of my way. I gotta keep my job. Eat this. But what is it? Booty giddy goo on a cracker. Get your booty giddy goo out my fucking way. There's always 30 people deep in line at Costco. 30 fucking people deep. I knew I had trouble when I went to Costco the last time. I had in my basket an 8-gallon jar of dill pickles. I ain't had a fucking dill pickle in 40 years. But I'm hypnotized. And I had a pack of 150 weenies and a walkie-talkie. And I said the same thing people always say when they get their tab at the cash register. $300? What the fuck did I buy? And when you get to the door, they think you stole something. They won't see your tab. Give me that fucking tab. Get the fuck out of here. I told his ass, let me tell you something, I told his ass. I said, look, you think for $300, you give me a bag to put my shit in, a fucking bag. Instead of an old ass box full of dry chicken blood. And you can tell when people shop at Costco, you can tell. You go to somebody's house, say, man, you got any mustard? Mustard. I'm so glad you asked for some mustard. This your lucky day. This came in a 3-pack. I want you to take 2 of them home with ya. Woo! Man, I was looking at President Obama catching hell. Y'all see that shit? Obama, ISIS. Them crazy motherfucker. Where they come from? ISIS. I don't call them ISIS. I call them is. And I ain't fucking with them motherfuckers. They are crazy. They rob the town, rape all the women, and they cut people's heads off. Y'all see that shit? You see the people getting their fucking head cut off. You see how sad they are. They don't even, sitting there looking straight out. If that was me, I'm about to get my fucking head cut off. Help! 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 They be trying to cut my head off. I be ducking like a motherfucker. Be still. Fuck you. I be trying to talk their language. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. You know the dude always went on TV telling everybody what he's going to do to Westerners? He got that little thing, you can see his eyes. He said, I can't wait to get the rest of you American. I tell you this, he talking all that shit. He be talking that shit so long, he'll look up, I be going like a mother. The next picture you see, me running across the desert, sand everywhere, and they chasing me. Slow down. Fuck you! I'm trying to get my sister to come to the show. My sister, boy, she lived in Brooklyn, I think. Yeah, Brooklyn. And she's so saved. She said, the church is having a revival, and she got to serve chicken. I hope she get to heaven. She's so saved. I've never seen anyone like this in my life. So saved. We in line at McDonald's. This is not such a line. And the kid behind the counter, he's ma'am, hello? Can I take your order? He told me to get a double cheese. I went with my sister to my grandmother's funeral. My grandmother lived to be 97 years old. You don't cry, you celebrate her life. This woman was 300 people mourning peacefully. Only one person on the fucking floor. My sister running down the fucking aisles. A wig on the side of her head. Oh, this white hair, big old red wig hanging on the side of her head. One bobby pin to hold on to the wig. So everybody look at me, why don't you stop your sister? So I'm trying to get eye contact with my sister. She in the fucking corner with eyes closed dancing. So I finally got eye contact with my sister. She finally sat her ass down. Will you shut the fuck up? Get up, grandmama. Get up, grandmama. If she got up, you be the first one to run out of here. It's cold. Let me repeat this shit. Then a motherfucker here. I don't know what the fuck happened. At least y'all ain't got no 150 inches of snow. And they got them Boston Celtics. They can't even celebrate that shit. The New England Patriots can't celebrate shit. It's cold in the motherfucker. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Yeah. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV, live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. Rob Ryan is taking the stage when we return. Welcome back to the Access TV presentation of Gotham Comedy Live. More laughs happening right now.
Okay, we are back. How y'all doing? I'm the host of the show, so I'll be back 3 or 4 times, and we can hang out and have a little fun. Let me bring up the next comic. You've seen him on Laughs on Fox. Let's bring up Rob Ryan. Let's hear it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Amazing. My name is Rob Ryan. I'm so glad to be here. We have New Yorkers in the house tonight. Where are the New Yorkers at? Quite a few. Quite a few. Okay. I am a New Yorker myself. I live way uptown in Washington Heights. It's right across the river from the South Bronx. And if you guys ever get the chance, never go to the South Bronx. It's a very, very real place. This is true. I had a show there just a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't sure where the show was exactly, so I was on my computer. I was on Google Maps, and I zoomed down all the way down to the street view. After the street view, yeah, I got mugged. I got mugged on Google Street View. That was my own fault. I should not have been out that late. I don't know what I was thinking. I just kept trying to refresh the screen, but I wasn't fast enough, so. I like to go out to eat probably a little bit more than I should. I was at a Johnny Rockets recently. Are you guys familiar with the Johnny Rockets setup? Yeah? If you don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like a 1950s American-themed burger joint. They have like the red leather couches and the jukebox and all that. And I was in there the other day with a friend of mine having a sandwich, and a black couple came in, and I was like, oh, are you gonna kick them out? I don't know what the policy on that one is. Now, they didn't kick him out, so not that authentic, I guess, if we're going for the theme. Okay, now if you didn't laugh at that joke, you actually make me think you're more racist, and here's why. Because now you're making me think that you're thinking, like, what? That sounds like a legitimate business practice. I don't understand. Is there a joke there, honey? I missed it. I missed the joke. I don't even... So shame on you. White people are very uncomfortable about even being considered racist, especially towards black people. They'll just pretend that they are colorblind. I don't know if you ever come across it. It's like, oh my God, was he black? Oh, I don't even know. No, because you see, I don't see color, so I have no idea. Like, what do white people say when they don't want to seem racist towards Asian people? They're just like, oh, I don't see eyes, so I don't know. I just see two holes in your face. I have no clue. I don't know. Yeah. I don't see eyes. I don't see color. I just see heat, really. I just see warmth emanating from bodies. Do you remember the movie Predator? I see the way Predator sees. That's how I see. Just red splotches everywhere. And Predator wasn't racist, and neither am I, so... Just shake it off, guys. It's fine. This is how we do, man. This is how we categorize people, right? Doesn't mean that there's hate in our hearts. This happened to me the other day. I'm sure it's happened to everybody. I was just trying to describe someone, a friend of mine, to someone, and they couldn't quite recall who I was talking about. And so I just kind of rattled off 3 words about the guy, real quick. I wasn't even thinking. I was like, you know, Lenny, he's the short, bald, fat guy, right? And here's the thing. He got it. They always get it after 3. He was like, Lenny, got it. Yep, I know who you're talking about. Got it. Like, guys, that's all we get. Our 3 words. That's it. Like, have you ever considered, and I want you to take a second, and you at home too, what are your 3 words? What 3 garbage words are just gonna pour to someone's mouth to sum you up as a human being, like you're a coat at a Lost and Found or something? Like me, I know I'm tall and I'm skinny, but I don't even want to know my 3rd, because the 3rd's the worst thing you ever thought about yourself. So he's like, oh, Rick, yeah, he's tall, he's got dark hair. He's annoying as hell, though. Have you ever talked to that guy? He's the worst. He's friends with Cindy. Do you know Cindy? She's short, she's got blonde hair. She's a slut. She's kind of a slutty. Like if I had to do you, sir, I'd be like, oh, yeah, he's got that beard, decent build. Always looks like he's gonna murder you, though. Isn't that weird? So he's got that homicidal look in his eye. What is that? Because that's all we get. We get 3 words, 3 memes, 3 descriptions, 3 things to impress upon people. And if you're black, you really only get 2. Because we all know black is topping that list. Same goes if you're Asian or if you're gay or you're a midget. In fact, if you're an Asian gay midget, you're done. That's it. That is who you are forever. No one's ever gonna be like, oh yeah, Tommy's the Asian gay midget. She's what else? He also likes archery. That was the other thing. I love the diversity, man. That's why I love living in New York. Large gay population in New York, too, especially in Chelsea here. I was down in the subway just the other day, and I heard this delightfully homophobic comment from this woman. Apparently, her husband's brother got hit on by a gay guy, and this just blew her mind. She was hysterical. She was like, oh my God, God. And like, you know Robert. Robert is super, super straight. And there's another term for super, super straight. It's gay. Can we all agree on that one? Nobody needs two supers before the word straight. To me, the sexuality spectrum is kind of like a game of Pac-Man. If you go too far to one side, you pop back up on the other side. And here's the thing too, guys. Gay people, they are the wrong people to be bigoted against because they have what I like to call a very high karma factor. And by that, I mean, if you truly have hate in your hearts towards homosexuals, chances are you're probably gonna have a gay kid. I feel like that's just how the universe works. That's how God even decides. He's like, this is gonna be hilarious. And that's what he does. Thank you. And the really homophobic ones, like, you know, they're like, hey, get out of my barn, like those guys. People think are gay. Those conversations happen. You've definitely pulled your friends aside before, ladies especially, and been like, I don't know, I feel like Rich might be gay. Do you know, like, it's just weird because he hates them so much. It's almost like he's repressing like an inner gay thing. Does that make any sense? And that happens with no other group. No one's ever like, I think he might be Mexican. I don't know. We don't know. It's just that he hates them so much. It's weird. It's like he's repressing an inner Mexican. He's always talking about that wall and how big it should be. And we don't see him on the weekends, so we don't know what he's up to. We don't know what he does. I'm not sure. People get things wrong all the time. I was having an argument with a friend of mine the other day, and she was going on this tirade about men and about how men rule the world and about how men run everything, and she was going on and on. She was like, yeah, well, go ahead, look around you, right? Everything you see is phallic-shaped, isn't it? Yeah, go ahead, look at our bombs and our rockets and our missiles, all phallic-shaped, clearly man inventions. Now, guys, I'm no rocket scientist, but I have the feeling that even if the roles were reversed and women ran everything, I just don't feel like a vagina-shaped rocket would do the trick. I feel like there'd be a lot of wind resistance. I don't know. Because you got to think like an engineer, right? And simplicity is key. And you have to admit, the phallic shape, very simple design. Like, God did not try very hard when he made men. He definitely took some more time with you women. You are creme brulee. We are ramen noodle. I get that. And to be perfectly honest with you, ladies, before you clap, you got a lot of crap going on down there that, frankly, I just don't want in our rockets, okay? Think of every man missile ever invented. It's always 3, 2, 1, blast off. That's it. No vagina missile's gonna take off like that. It's gotta be in the right mood. And, it's not gonna count down from 3, it's gonna count down from like 1,000. When it finally does get down to 3, 2, 1, it won't be the push of a button or the turn of a key. There's gonna be cranks and levers and pressure release valves, all intricately timed. And if you screw up one, you gotta start all over again. Meanwhile, there's one poor sorry son of a bitch trying to man the entire thing. The commander's on the phone, he's like, how come the missile didn't launch, soldiers? Like, I don't know, sir, I don't think we talked to it enough. There weren't enough candles. I think it's still mad about last week, to be honest with you. You guys have been great, man. My name is Rob Ryan. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV, live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. Gareth Foster is taking the stage when we return. Welcome back to the Access TV presentation of Gotham Comedy Live. More laughs happening right now.
All right, hey, come on, keep it going. How you doing? Boy, we are having fun. So I'm still introducing people. Y'all having a good time? All right. I bring this young lady. She said her name is like a carrot with a lisp. Carrot with a lisp. And she was on IMAX in the morning. And also, it's Careth, am I saying it right there? Careth Walker. Is that right?
I just had a baby. Thank you. So I am not just glad to be out of the house, I'm glad to have a shirt on. This is a very special occasion. Actually, you know what? This is actually my second baby in 2 years. I know. So I think that means do not get me wet or feed me after midnight. But my friends are like, why would you do that? Why would you have kids back to back like that? I'm like, look, I don't know if you realize this, but I'm like 84. Okay? And if I didn't make it happen quickly, there was a very good chance my kids could come out looking like a Picasso painting. I love that you laughed at that. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Seriously, because if anybody cried, I swear to God, I could breastfeed the back row from here. You think I'm kidding? And I know it's New York, so some of y'all might pay for that, but this is a family show. Oh my God. No, by the way, I am black. Black don't crack. That's why I look this good at this age. No, I have to acknowledge that, because, you know, people are like, yeah, that ass is black, but that voice, no. Not so much. I used to be able to describe myself in one word. I could tell you people I was a Huxtable, right? And people got it. Like a year ago, people were like, oh, yeah, sure. She comes from an affluent African-American family. Her parents are professionals. Now I say that, and people think my dad roofied my Girl Scout troop. I know. It's awful. Awful. You know what else is awful? Y'all, before I had kids, a good day for me was if my bra and panties matched. Now a good day is if when I laugh, sneeze, or cough too hard, I don't pee myself a little bit. Yeah, Nobody told me. I'm kind of mad at my parent friends for, like, not warning me what was going to happen. Like, I did not know that pregnancy makes women crazy and men stupid. Nobody told me that. I found out at my first ultrasound. That's when, you know, they give you the picture now of your baby, right? You can take it home, put it on your refrigerator, freak out your neighbors, right? Because it looks like you got a baby in a pickle jar. And so they give you this picture to take home, and I handed it to my husband. I'm like, you go in the lobby with your phone, send a text to my parents so they can see their first grand. I'll meet you. I come out, I'm dressed, I'm ready to go. He's got this big grin on his face. I'm like, did you do it? Did you send a picture to my parents? He goes, I did, and I put it on Facebook. I go, you did what? What were you thinking? Are you out of your mind, or what the hell? He goes, why are you so upset, Kareth? I didn't tag you in it. Who else's fetus would you be having on your Facebook page, you jackass? So it really should be no surprise when I truly got the worst birthday present ever from him when I was pregnant. I hear him on the phone, and I hear him going, yeah? Oh, she can't? Oh, yeah, she's like 6 months. So I realized, like, he was being a cheap bastard. He got me a Groupon, which was fine. At least he got me a present, right? But I'm thinking, maybe he got me something cool, like skydiving, like something I obviously cannot do pregnant. He hangs up. I'm like, what was it? Because he looked so disappointed. He goes, well, I got you a colonic. I said, a what? He goes, I go, no, I heard you. What, why? What were you thinking? Like, jewelry didn't cross your mind? And he looks me dead in the face. He goes, well, you said you were having trouble going. And if you think about it, a colonic is really like a day spa for your ass. Now, as true as that might be, that is truly the most shitty present you could ever give someone. Unbelievable. So I'm actually, like, getting ready to get back into, my fighting weight, get back into shape. And the thing is, like, I don't know if it's just, because I'm older and that I'm comfortable with who I am. I also know it depends on where I am, like, how I should feel about myself. Like, in New York City, like, right now, I'm pleasantly plump. Right? When I go out to Los Angeles, I'm a beached whale. But here's the deal, y'all. When I go to the Midwest, I'm anorexic. And it is awesome. Seriously, if you're ever having a fat day, you buy yourself a one-way ticket to Kansas City. Because you will feel like a supermodel like that. I went to visit some friends from college. I got off the plane. They were like, oh my God, Kareth, you're wasting away to nothing. They actually had an intervention for me, y'all, a barbecue intervention. It was great. It's so insane. Only in this society do we get excited, like, when we get sick, right? Because we're like, I could lose 5 to 7 pounds. And in about 3 days doing absolutely nothing. I know I am not the only person in here who's that. Right? If I get the flu on Tuesday, I'll be in my skinny jeans by Friday. But we are so obsessed with weight in this country. We really are. Like, because we have fat people. We got fat people. We got fat little kids. Do you know we now have fat pets? Like, fat little kids, I get it. Those little bastards can sneak food. Okay? But fat pets, that's just wrong. Okay? That's on us. Right? And they have diet pet food. Now, the only reason I know this is I have a friend who has a cat that is 22 and a half pounds. Exactly. If that did not make your mouth drop open, let me put it to you this way. That's 4 bags of sugar with paws. Now, the only reason we not weigh this much is because he had to take it to the vet because it was limping, right? Now, I am not a rocket scientist, but I did suggest that maybe it was limping because it was being crushed under its own weight. Turns out I was wrong. Somebody had actually shot it. I know, like really awful, horrible. It was like devastating. My friend was upset. Of course he was, as any of us would be. He was like, how could somebody do that? How could someone shoot my cat? I was like, sweetheart, at 22 and a half pounds, somebody probably thought it was a fucking wildebeest. See, parenting is making you more sensitive, right? I'm trying to be a good parent. I started reading books. I actually came across this book called Toddlers Are Assholes. 2.5 years ago, I would have thought that was the most horrible woman on the face of the planet who wrote that. Now I'm like, this bitch knows what she's talking about. Teach me, sensei. Honest to God, I think if the government implemented toddlers, we could handle so much stuff, right? Seriously, we want to take care of terrorism? You send a pack of toddlers over there with no snack, no nap, and tell them ISIS has their juice boxes. Obama's doing it all wrong, right? He wants to get stuff past Congress. All he has to do is get on the floor, rant, yell, say the same shit over and over again. Finally, somebody will call, like, the Secret Service or Michelle to come pick his ass up. All he has to do is put his arms up and do the noodle thing, right? Oh my God, I get it now. I understand why people drink before 4. There is no shame in that. Anybody who has children, anybody. It's a lot like being single. Has anybody, you remember being single, the parents, right? Do you ever remember, this is so horrible, but I think sneaking away from a baby is kind of like sneaking away from that one-night stand you sobered up with in the middle of the night, right? You gotta pop the nipple out of their mouth and, get out as quietly as you can. Really just me with a sordid past? Okay, people. Okay, you guys have been awesome. I'm Karen Foster. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV, live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. Mark Ellis is taking the stage when we return.
All right. Okay, let's keep this show moving. You've seen them on the YouTube channel, Smole No. Yeah. Let's hear from Mark Ellis.
New York City, let me hear you out there. Go crazy one time. This is such a great town. This is a good drinking town, which is why I love New York, because I live in LA now. LA is like the most worst drinking town you could possibly ask for. Because LA, it's way too spread out. You gotta drive everywhere. Like, if you hustle in LA, you can get 2-3 DUIs in a single night. If you really try, you win double points if it's the same cop pulling you over multiple times. And they're trying to curb it out there now. Like, they have all these ways to get home safe. You can still take a taxi. You can take an Uber. If you're 20, you need to score Molly. Lyft is the right one for you. Or they have a new service they just introduced in Southern California, and it's called Sober Scooter. Get ready to get creeped out. Listen to this. So let's say you're out drinking, right? You don't want to drive your car home, so you call Sober Scooter. That means somewhere else in town, there's a gaggle of dudes. And they all have a scooter. One of them gets the call, hops on his scooter, and rides his trusty steed out to the bar where you are. You give him your car keys. You guys walk out to your car. He puts you in the passenger side. Pops the trunk, puts his scooter in your trunk. gets in the driver's side and drives your drunk ass back to your own house in your own vehicle. And if you think that's a good idea, you've never been stabbed, because that's the creepiest thing I've ever heard. It's like, if you tip him, does he come in and read you a bedtime story? No thanks. I don't need that weirdo knowing where I live. You know what he does afterwards? He goes home to grandma's basement to put on the skin of whatever client he had last week. It's not a good business model. It's like, that's an adult that rides a scooter. Which means, by definition, he sucks at driving a car. You think I'm gonna let Vespa Gary upgrade to my Ford Fusion? Hell no! That's right, ladies, I said Ford Fusion, so get wet and take a number. It's gonna be a long night. I was excited when I got it. I bought the Ford, and it was last year, and I've never bought myself a new car, so I'm pumped. I get to the dealership. The very first thing the guy shows me in the car is he walks me out to it, and he pops the trunk. And he's like, hey, dude, check this out. Inside the trunk, there's a handle you can pull in case you get locked in your trunk. And I'm like, bro, that's gonna ruin my dating life. Are you serious right now? They can just free themselves anytime they think the evening's over? I don't think so, sweetie. I paid for that box of wine. Can you get back in there, please? Just move my scooter out of the way. There's plenty of room in there. That's how I met my girlfriend. I'm excited. I have a girlfriend now. She's funny, she's beautiful, she's nonfiction, which is awesome. And I had to make a move, because I'm getting to that point in my life when you look around and all your friends are starting to meet people and they get married, they have kids. Then you always have that one idiot friend that never got it together. This is what it looks like, right here. Michael Bublé after a bender. This is what it looks like. And it's becoming a problem in my family, because in my family, there were two single people left. It was me and my mom. And that sucks, because my mom's out there. She's making an effort, she's trying new things. You haven't hit rock bottom till you bump into your mom on a dating website. I mean, it was bound to happen. She's a cougar, I'm a big game hunter. We're gonna cross paths eventually. That's what I was always into, man. I was into older women. And now I'm dating a girl, she's 8 years younger than me. And you know what that means? Emojis. Lots and lots of emojis. And look, I don't mind if you put a smiley face in the text, but when your entire message is nothing but pictures, I don't have time to solve your little puzzle, kiddo. What do you want to say? You know what? Just pull that handle, get out of the trunk, and tell me exactly what you want to say. Now, older women, they know how to text. When older women send a text message, it's short, concise, to the point. It's like, come over, bring alcohol, get tested. They're serious about that. And what do you hear about older women, boys? What do you hear? You hear they're great in bed, right? And that's awesome. What worries me is, how did they get that good? Because you start thinking about it. You're like, wait. Nobody just wakes up the star of Cirque du Soleil. That takes years and years. It's intimidating. You hook up with a cougar, you go back to her place. And it feels like you're walking into old Yankee Stadium for the very first time. Because you're just thinking about all the greats that have played here before you. She's got jerseys retired in her living room. Sign above her bedroom door, it says, play like a champion today, and you gotta slap it. That's how I was gonna do it. I was gonna meet an older woman, we'd fall in love, spend the rest of our life, the rest of her life together. That's how you do it. Because with an older woman, you never have to have the kids conversation. Are we gonna have kids? Are we not gonna have kids? If they wanted to have kids, they already took care of that. That kid's a teenager, and I'll punch a teenager. If you're old enough to skateboard, you're old enough to get knocked off it, okay? I never wanted to be a parent because now you gotta raise kids from birth. And you can't discipline kids the way you used to be able to. You can't. Like, if you try to spank kids today, they're gonna tell on you. They're gonna find an adult they trust, a teacher, a news crew. They're gonna rat you out. When I was a kid, if you were the tattletale, that's why you got spanked in the first place. And I think my parents did it right, because when we were kids and we acted up, we got spanked. We got spanked. That's all that ever happened until the road trip. Remember the road trip with your family? Discipline at 79 miles an hour on the highway? I was an Air Force brat, so we move around all the time. Every road trip, same situation. Dad drives, mom's in the passenger seat, 3 kids in the back. Now, as soon as the road trip begins, my mom passed out. She's asleep. Something about spending time with her own family really made my mom drowsy. So she's out, so now Dad's got to take care of everything. And if we got loud in the back seat, the first thing my dad did, never yelled at us right away. First thing he did, he just got really quiet. Focused, like he's planning exactly what he's going to tell the authorities after this bloodbath ensues. And then if we got louder, that's when it got physical. That's when you see Dad driving with this hand, then this hand comes off the wheel. This hand grabs the wheel, so this hand is free to just hit whatever he can find in the back seat. He was good. He did like 3 good ones. And then we're like, oh, he's done. Nope, there's a second half to this game. And that was always cool with me and my older sister, because we always made my little brother ride bitch. As soon as that hand came up, we're like, get in there, Robbie. Learn some life lessons. And if that didn't shut us up, all he had to do is go to level 3, which is where he says, if you kids don't shut up, I'm pulling this car over and I'm going to spank you in public. And if you saw that today, somebody's calling child services. Back when I was a kid, other cars saw that and started honking their horns. The police come by. That's awesome, dude. Sober Scooter comes by. Can I play with those kids after you're done? My name is Mark Ellis. You guys are fantastic. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV. Live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. Dave Landau is taking the stage when we return. Welcome back to the Access TV presentation of Gotham Comedy Live. More laughs right now.
Okay, we got to keep moving real quick. From Detroit, second time on this show, David Landau. That's it for David.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. My wife is pregnant with our first child that we're keeping. I'm excited. When we found out we were pregnant, we went out and got that book, What to Expect When You're Expecting. And in it, it says because of where the baby's located, for safety, a couple can consider having anal sex. I told my wife that. She's like, oh, bullshit. I'm like, no, go look yourself. It's folded on the page number. You'll notice the highlighter. She comes back a few minutes later. She's like, you're right. It really does say that. I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I guess if it's safer for the baby, I'll buy a strap-on. I'm worried having a kid, though, because, like, there's so many creeps out there now. Like, with the internet, they're on the tips of your fingers, you know? And don't get me wrong, there were creeps around when I was a kid. I remember I was 10 years old. I was playing outside of an ice rink. My dad was inside watching my brother play. I didn't play hockey. I'm not an athlete. This is not an athlete's body. But I was playing out front. This old dude pulls up in an old car. He's like, hey, man, your dad told me to give you a ride home. That's weird. He's inside. I think he would have mentioned this at some point. He goes, no, I'm a good friend of the family. Said to bring you home right away. I'm like, no. If you're a good friend, I would have met you. He goes, I got candy, and I'm 10, so I'm like, well, what kind of candy you got? He goes, I got candy corn. Like, what? Hell, but I'm not letting you fuck me for no candy corn. If you like it, you should have put a ring pop on it. You know what I'm saying? Earn it. I'm lucky he didn't have a Twix, or I'd be like, all right, I guess I'm sucking a dick. I'll get in. I feel bad for kids in like the 1800s when candy was awful. Like, hey, kid, you want some peanut brittle? I guess. All right, get in the carriage. We're having a boy, which is exciting, which, yeah, it's pretty cool. I just know that eventually boys hit puberty, though, and teenage boys are disgusting. I know that because I was one. And I'm really glad in the 90s when I was a teenager that I could not get porn on my phone. I would have never left my room. My parents would have come in, it would just look like the last scene in Ghostbusters. Your phone bill's $11,000. Your right arm is enormous. All of your socks look like casts. Don't groan like you don't know what I'm talking about. Every teenage boy in America has a sock under his bed so rock hard you could knock out a burglar with it. I think somebody's in the house. Should I grab the gun? I'll just hit him with the boys' jizz sock. Should knock him out long enough before the proper authorities could take him away. I found out my mom knew about that stuff. I was 16 years old, sneaking my girlfriend into my house to introduce her to my family. My mom comes out of nowhere, furious about something, stops right in front of me and goes, "If you're going to masturbate, use a Kleenex. It sounds like I'm washing 8 pairs of shoes." Hey, Mom, this is Sarah. I don't know if you two had a chance to meet. She was my girlfriend till 9 seconds ago. I think we're just having one kid. Like, I think that's what we're gonna do. Because I think when you start having more kids, you start picking favorites. And you all had a favorite parent when you were growing up, too. We were like, "You go with my dad if you can sleep over. I'll let my mom see you. She's kind of a bitch." Like, my dad liked my brother more than me because he was good at sports. My dad was our Little League coach. I sucked so bad at baseball, he used to make me wear a jersey with another kid's last name on it. I remember when he gave it to me, I was like, who's queer? I'd be out in right field. "What are you wearing, Dave?" "I don't know." Dad said I'd catch more balls this way. You guys are good with that joke, right? I don't get homophobia, I really don't, but I know where it comes from because I was raised Catholic, and in the Bible, in the book of Leviticus, it says man shall not lay with another man. It also says that you can't get tattoos, eat shellfish, or have sex with a woman who's menstruating. So, see you in hell. Hell's gonna be a pretty unbalanced place. Like, what did you do to get here? "I exterminated 6 million Jews. What did you do?" "One time my wife was on the rag, and I fucked her." That's why I think hell should be more like a prison sentence. Like, you go there for a little while, you know what I mean? Like, if you have sex with a woman on her period, eventually God's gotta be like, "All right, you've been in hell long enough for earning your Red Wings. Come on up to heaven and get your white ones." It's a much better joke than you guys just gave it credit. No offense, ladies. Oh, you are not the nicest on your periods. Your periods is the reason that ice fishing got invented. Just some dude hundreds of years ago getting screamed at. "I'm gonna go fishing, all right? It's 0 degrees outside. Then I will just cut a goddamn hole in the ice. See you in 5, crazy. Holy shit. What if you fall in? Well, it's the only way I'm gonna get fucked tonight, isn't it? My wife won't let me near the treasure during that time of the month. And I think it's because the first time I saw a string hanging out of it, I said, "Oh, good, you caught the mouse." I was setting up traps everywhere. It looks like a rat tail. I'm ready to be a dad, though, because I'm sober now. I used to party a lot. I used to drink really a lot. Then they put a breathalyzer in my car, and I thought maybe I have a problem. I had to take my mother-in-law to the airport with a breathalyzer in my car. She's a very sweet woman from the Midwest. You know what it was. She gets in, she's like, Dave, thank you so much for taking me to the airport. Not a problem, Mom. Happy to help you out. No, you're a good man. It's not a big deal. No, you're just a good man for my daughter. Okay, just all right. What does that do? It starts the car. My car uses keys. This is new. What if it doesn't start when you blow into it? Then you're gonna have to blow into it. You want to get to the airport, don't you, Mom? Thank you guys very, very much. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV, live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City.
Okay, we had a good time tonight, huh? Let's bring everybody back. Rob! I can't see that. Yeah, we had a good time. And from Detroit, Miss Foster, Mark Ellis, everybody. Bye-bye.